The concept of self-driving cars has been held in front of us for a very long time. Just like a little baby hanging on with a little jingle keys. But the companies actually trying to get this done are running into a little bit of trouble.
22 incidents across the country.
Light when a Dodge Charger plowed into the self-driving car.
Crash involving a Cruise autonomous vehicle and a fire truck.
The driver admitted that he had the Tesla on autopilot.
Gee.
A Waymo car was graffitied and set on fire by a mob of...
Hello everybody, welcome to Goofcast. Today we are going to be talking about self-driving autonomous vehicles and the companies that make them.
Why would you want to drive your own car? Why don't you just let AI take over? Why don't you just let Elon take the wheel?
You want to put your hands on a steering wheel? No, why don't you get a nice thick juicy iPad to, watch Cocomelon on?
Put Netflix on the screen and you just let the car take the wheel.
Yeah, let Elon take you where you need to go. These vehicles, man, it's just kind of jarring because some of them are like kind of kits and components and other ones are like full individual cars and like...
Right, built from the ground up to be self-driving.
Yeah, but the technology is amazing, but it just leads to so many more questions, you know? And like just the fact that a technology can malfunction ultimately leads to like the skepticism in my brain about something taking me somewhere.
If something can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Yeah, like if I like mess up in a vehicle, I want it to be my fault.
If I'm driving and I mess up, or if something out of my control happens, like at least I have something to say about it.
Yeah, I want to at least be responsible for it if it's mine.
I'm like waiting for the guy with the Apple Vision Pro and the Cybertruck to get in the accident.
Yeah, he's watching he's watching Futurama on the left and it's blocking his rear view mirror. So he's just turning.
Dude, the pinching in the middle of the air is so funny to me.
Driving, pinching around.
While the Tesla's driving for him.
Well, let's go to our first one here. The Tesla...
It's like the taxi cab.
Yeah, the Tesla taxi cab. This has a $30,000 price tag. I mean, this is not out yet, obviously.
Concept car that may not be released to the $30K? That seems low.
Yeah, let's be real. This is just an estimate.
It's going to be 70.
Yeah, by the time it actually comes out, and if it even remotely gets close to looking like this...
It's not going to look like that.
Yeah, by the end of production, this thing is going to be like... I'm going to say... $120,000.
That's a lot of money, eh? Can I have some money?
Dude, you think it's going up like 4x?
Well, look, if it stays anywhere close to this, right?
With the Lambo doors.
You'll see why later.
And so let me ask you this. What do you think the design inspiration was for this vehicle?
Well, the design for the whole event was like very Wii robot, like for the Elon Musk event. Like this was introduced at the same time as the Optimus robot from our last video.
Click up in the eye
if
you want to watch the... Which way is it? I don't know. Look up in the eye for the
somewhere. one of those places. Yeah. The main things that were introduced about the vehicle at the Cybertruck event. Well, for one, people actually got in it and were able to drive it.
You'll be able to take a ride in the Cybercab. There's no steering wheel or pedals.
In this kind of weird zone, we'll be able to see it later.
Did they drive it, or were they just like carted around in it?
They were just carted around in it. Like there's no steering wheel. You are not allowed to drive this thing. Only the AI can drive this.
I have many questions.
Well, don't worry. Just look at the big shiny iPad in front of the car screen.
I have a question. How are you gonna put it like back it off the transport truck when it gets to the destination? Is there like a WASD on the keypad or something?
That's a good question. I guess you'd have to pull out your
Someone tell me look, as soon as I saw these cars, that was my question.
How are you going to ask it to like move across the street because you're in like a parking zone or something.
This is a fire lane. You can't park here.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't park your Tesla car.
Oh God,
is it
you're
voice
right.
command?
I'm not even sure.
Tesla cab.
Probably
Take
not.
me to the Museum of Natural History. Okay.
There she is, the car of the future. No driver?
Oh my God! It's
What?
driving up all on its own with nobody in it.
You
the
saw the robot. Yeah.
The guy with the microphone in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that would be so hyped to be at the Tesla party. I can't lie.
Yeah, it'd be
The
pretty cool.
Tesla party would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to be at the Robo self-driving event?
Teslatron, make me a rum and coke. And it's
Yeah.
like, haha, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, even if it's fake, like the fact that the robot is kind of doing it. Yeah, like it. I see the vision. Like I'm not.
It's a robot in a cowboy hat.
It's like, this is nice. I'm not going to invest, but this is nice.
Yeah, I would go. How do you get invited to the Tesla event?
You probably have to be like some high quality staff.
You got to know
like,
Elon.
You got to be a part of his crew. You open a Tesla Cybertruck and you have like a golden ticket to the We Robot event. Really? I get to go to Tesla World?
Oh my God, Tesla World. Oh, where is
Grandpa, get out of bed.
I'll never trust those.
No, they'll kill me. I know they're coming.
They're going to crash me because of my DNA.
Dude, look at the wing doors on this thing.
Those are dope.
Ooh, like the styling of the vehicle is pretty nice for this cab, but
The Cybercab is a pretty appealing looking vehicle. I don't know what the fuck they chose as inspiration. It seems like maybe one of those wooden soapbox cars, you know, maybe like a piece of wood and some stone wheels. You know, it looks brown.
yeah,
Like, I don't know
like,
why they chose brown as the launch color.
The weird thing about this event is that like there's not any stats for this car, right? It's purely conceptual. You know, we don't know how long the battery is.
Taxi.
You don't know how long, like how much money the mileage will get or how long the car should last. Like, I mean,
range or anything like that.
yeah, exactly. Like it's a complete toss up. Like this is all theoreticals. So let's just say this will come out in, my money's on 2027. You know, pre-orders are going to be stocked up for a while.
Who's gonna buy these? Is this gonna be like a fleet sale?
The
type
same
thing?
people who bought the Cybertruck.
Wait, there's no.
The
Okay.
same people.
I don't think this car is gonna be sold to the open public, simply for the fact that I don't think the U.S. government will regulate a car that doesn't have a steering wheel.
Yes, and you will be able to buy one.
Yeah, with just an iPad in front.
Yeah, I don't
that's
think
too
unless
much.
the iPad can be grabbed and turned.
Look, if they got the Cybertruck through, they can get the Tesla car
I disagree,
through.
bro. The steering wheel difference, dude. And not having a steering wheel is not. I don't think you could. I think they're gonna sell them as fleets, and they're gonna have to lobby the U.S. government to get the fucking privileges to do it.
Yeah, and in this event, he mentions like people being able to buy them individually and like be able to let them roam around the streets and pick people up and like accrue money for you. But in reality, you're not gonna get. Yeah, like a Uber service.
What?
Yeah.
You can let your
So
you can let your Cybercab generate passive income.
But the problem is, once this thing releases and they get mass produced in the market, like who knows, you know, if you call Uber,
They're gonna be,
you know,
prowling like wild Teslas. It
Like-
depends on, dude. Uber's expensive. I mean, over a year probably.
not to mention this thing gets in a crash by itself.
Yeah, I feel like just leaving the unattended car. Well, I guess there's already self-driving Ubers.
Yeah, I mean, they're a thing, but I don't know if not to the Elon scale, to the Cybertruck event.
Yeah, I feel like sitting in the front of the car while it's driving is kind of crazy because a lot of the self-driving taxis you sit in the rear.
Yeah,
But
for
sitting
like
up
safety.
front, having full view of what's happening. If your Cybercab is on patrol, what's stopping me from getting in your Cybercab and just kicking the fuck out of the iPad? Just kicking it with
if you
my
break
foot.
the iPad, you're cooked, right?
Yeah,
Like you can't do anything.
Look, Tesla haters, tell me this. How do you move it when the battery's dead?
Brake pedal. Like, yeah, that does look like a Porsche tail light right there.
What's with the no rear window?
Because they don't want you to have to worry about visibility.
You don't need to see what's behind you.
It's not aerodynamic to have windows. But yeah, this is honestly just a concept at this point. It's
Did
cool.
anybody actually get carted around in it?
Yeah, people drove in it.
Let me see some of that.
Oh yeah, the driving machine.
Bye. Oh my God, they're not driving.
How could this be?
Why do rich people pay so much to not drive?
They just don't want to do anything. They just want to be paid to not do anything at all. Just pay. I'll pay you so you can do everything for me. Everything.
Give me a robot. Hey Tesla. Tesla. Hey, I don't need a robot to raise my child. I need a Cybercab to drive me to work. I need a Cybertruck to take my trash out. And yeah, give me another Tesla robot just to deal with my wife.
Okay. Yep, sounds good. We'll make sure to get the Tesla Optimus bot to take care of your wife. You know, be able to do all the things you need.
Yeah. Dishes.
File your divorce papers and.
Yeah, go ahead and program that in just in case.
Yeah. the divorce protocol. These little tail lights.
This looks like a 3D model.
Yeah, and like a street isn't gonna be this wide. Like I want to see this
going through a narrow street.
Yeah, let me see. Like I want to see this in like China. I want to see it navigate this right here.
16 lanes of traffic.
If you can do this, hit me up.
Yeah, let me know if you're going to. Oh my God.
Let me know. Like this is the stress test. If you can get a Tesla through this, then we're talking different. Then it's like I believe.
I'm low-key speechless looking at this.
Yeah. China is.
There's so many people in China.
Stop.
All right.
Anyway, why don't we move on to the next vehicle?
China. Are we tier listing these, rating these, or just going through them?
How about let's rate them at 1 out of 5 CPUs. How's that sound?
1 out of 5 Tesla iPads.
Yeah, that sounds good.
1 out of 5.
I'll give this one 2 out of 5 Tesla iPads for the sake of the style, but just because everything is so vague behind it, like
I agree.
A couple points.
Just because how do you drive it when the battery's dead? I don't like the idea of letting my car kind of roam loose.
Yeah,
I'm worried about it getting hurt, stolen, crashed into while I'm not around. What's funny is the concept of your car crashing while you're not driving it.
Yeah, right. And
so what happens then, dude?
And let's be real, people will definitely vandalize these things, Yeah. No one's in that car, Yeah. Beat it up.
Throw rocks at it. Put a shiesty on. Who's gonna see?
Yeah, it's camera. Saw the guy.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny. I really wonder what would happen if the Tesla cab crashes into somebody, or someone crashes in the Tesla cab. Whose insurance pays out? Who is at fault there?
Just call Elon. He'll pay it.
Musk.
You'll pay it, right, Elon? Next car we have up here is
Waymo.
Waymo. Now, this is the kind of different model that I was talking about, where instead of building an entire car from scratch, these cars are built has extra cameras and stuff mounted on, and additional components. They just change it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a electric Jaguar.
A self-driving Jaguar I-Pace equipped with Waymo technology.
They just put all the stuff on top of it and all the sensors on the roof, and Bob's your uncle. I guess it's a fucking self-driving car.
Yeah,
these are the self-driving Ubers I was referring to earlier.
Yep, all of these they run for 24 hours a day. A lot of these are based in California. Keep this in mind, because it has a speed limit of 65 miles per hour, so pretty fast considering some of these on the list. It has 13 cameras, 4 LiDAR detectors.
That's like depth.
And 6 radar. Parking has been a big issue with these Waymo vehicles.
Really?
Right? Yeah, there's this one video floating around of this mass parking lot of a bunch of the Waymo cars like going around and trying to park and failing and like repositioning and honking at another Waymo car, and the Waymo car waking up
and moving away because it was
repositioning.
honked at.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm in the wrong
The
spot.
Waymo chain reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Like, I'd be so pissed, dude. I'd be so pissed.
Yeah,
Thing
there's
constantly
beeping,
honking at me.
constant beeping. You look outside your window to see what it is, and it's a bunch of driverless cars having a little hissy fit.
Who do you call?
Yeah,
You
Waymo
know?
supports come out and get in the cars and park them all manually and turn them off. Like,
Yeah.
that's not gonna work.
They'll get right on that.
Yeah.
You know? They're going to worry about it in the morning.
Fucking 50 of them.
Yeah, right? And like, they're taking up an entire parking garage,
Yeah.
like in the middle of California. Keep that in mind. Like, that alone is probably
The Waymo lot. It's dedicated just for the fucking Waymos. Oh my god, dude! What do the Waymos do when they get in an accident? Do they call Waymo support?
I don't know.
I've been in a crash. I got in a little fender bender.
I doubt their support team is very big, so they probably got like someone from like across the world like calling in like, have you tried turning on the Waymo car on and off again? So this video here is about a journalist who documents her experience, driving in the Waymo cars, and it doesn't exactly go very well.
Okay, here we go. Says your car is on the way in 4 minutes. I see it.
Okay.
I guess I should wait because
Undeniable.
what's the point, right? What's the point?
Yeah, don't wave at the Waymo car. There's no one that it doesn't receive that command from you.
Yeah. Hey, over here. AI car.
Yeah, she waved at it, but it's over there.
I think it's confused.
Nope.
Better
This is where
run
I'm told to
before-
stop.
Pick my son up at the random museum.
Oh god.
I hate that image. That's probably why the Tesla ones don't have a iPad in front or a wheel.
Yeah.
Just because like seeing the tire.
image of the steering wheel turning on its own.
Yeah, it's like, no thank you. I don't never want to see this in my life.
Yeah.
My life is in this car's hand, the computer. But actually, I feel like really chillax. It's following the speed limit, so it's very safe. Here we go. Woo! We're almost there.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
this is
We're on the way.
weird. This is not where we're going. This is not where the random museum is.
Oh, it's looking somewhere random.
Uh-oh.
So I guess it's a little confused because this is not where the random museum is. So
Here
I
you
don't know
go.
what to do at the moment. Had there been a driver right here, I would have said, hey,
Yeah, like if you
Instead,
get the
gotta
wrong location in.
Instead, you gotta get your app out, where I need to go.
You probably gotta pay it again. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
register.
Another $5. Get on the Waymo support. It'll probably be like DoorDash though. Like they'll always be on your side.
Yeah, like they'll give you a credit on the Waymo app
On the Waymo
or something.
app, but you can only put money in increments of 10.
Of course. Some random BS like that. Yeah, but like these Waymo cars, overall they seem like the one that's got it the most together. Overall, the self-driving cars just aren't there yet. You know, they just aren't. And like that's okay, but the fact that they're still trying to push them out, like they kind of have to, because they have to make them drive and get experience.
Right, they have to push them out because they need to actually see road time and actually get miles to really properly learn and get their algorithms and their AIs actually trained.
Yeah, but like once this thing hits a kid, like once it kills somebody, like
Passenger or pedestrian or fatality in another accident with another car.
Yeah, then it's like you have to be like, then they're gonna crack down, super hard restrictions.
And put in the AI driving bill into Congress, like AI restriction service mandate. You have to report to the government all of your AI research.
They're just gonna put so many regulations on it, it'll be ridiculous. I'd say the Waymo gets a 3 Tesla iPads out of 5, just because the technology seems to be a little more practical in the sense of like, hey, it's got cameras, you can see where it's at, like you can kind of visualize like, okay, they literally put self-driving mechanics onto this
a
car.
regular car. And this is kind of what I think the Cybercab is going to end up being. They're going to release them out into the wild, and they're gonna get used as self-driving Ubers for a while.
Now I wanted to see how much these cars actually cost I couldn't find anything too conclusive, but this Reddit post here says...
You can trust Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit's usually pretty trustworthy. $160,000 to $300,000 per Waymo car.
Oh my God.
Per car. Like, imagine that pressure. If you have to buy a car for, $160,000 and it has to be driving you around back and forth. But don't worry, the Elon Tesla will
30K.
be $30K.
They're undercutting the competition as normal, Elon.
Yeah, dude, that car's not going to be that price. If the Waymo people, who are getting a car from a company and just modifying it and it still costs them this amount of money, like...
How is the Cybercab going to cost that much?
Sure it will.
Right.
Next company we have here for the self-driving cars is Cruise. Now these cars have kind of been getting bullied as of recently.
Oh yeah.
When they first started doing it, it was like a $10,000 kit they could just put on top of a car. But I think since then it's gotten more expensive because they have to put more sensors and cameras.
Exactly.
And,
as time advanced.
Yeah, and this company is owned by General Motors, and they also had been ordered to remove its driverless cars in 2023 because of a bit of an incident. We won't go into it too much, but I'll just read a brief summary here. On October 2nd, a car hit a woman in San Francisco intersection and flung her into the path of one of the Cruise driverless taxis. The Cruise car ran her body over, briefly stopped, and then dragged her some 20 feet before pulling her to the curb, causing severe injuries.
Dude, the 20-foot drag? Because it didn't know that they ran over somebody.
Yeah, it didn't recognize it. It seems like a common theme if you watch like some of these videos, like the car stopping and like, oh, now that I've stopped, it's okay, and they continue and like run over stuff, and it's just a shame that happened to that lady.
That is not a safety protocol, guys.
Yeah, Cruise driverless car suspended by California DMV.
California is suspending the use of GM's Cruise driverless vehicles, saying they're not safe enough for the public.
Pumping the brakes on autonomous vehicles operated by Cruise, effective today.
Nobody in the car. Look at that real quick. Hold up.
Dude, I would be so scared.
Just in the middle of the highway. Or probably not the highway, but
pumping
even
the
still.
brakes on autonomous vehicles
What are you doing?
What's wrong with you, dude?
Hey,
California's DMV has suspended the company's deployment and testing of self-driving cars.
Stop that self-driving car. Keep it from going.
And a serious crash,
do you think if a police car tried to pull it over, that it would try to pull over?
Let's see.
This video going viral, showing a self-driving car being pulled over by police.
You're under arrest,
in San Francisco.
motherfucker.
This is crazy.
Hey.
At first, it looks like an ordinary traffic stop. An officer gets out of his car to speak to the driver, only to discover ain't nobody in it. And then the car speeds away from the officers.
That's my chance. Get out of here. I can't be held liable. Fuck you.
Pulling over again. Multiple officers
Dude,
then
it
approach
running away is funny as fuck.
You'll never catch me. Yeah.
Seems like the policeman ran away.
Look, let's be real though. If it's a company, what incentive do they have to make it stop for law enforcement?
They're really in a gray area loophole right now.
I'm just saying, the robot ran away. Sorry, that's a malfunction. We'll get in a system update.
I'm sorry, our AI malfunction.
Cruise, the company that operates the car and is majority owned by General Motors, tweeted, quote, "Our autonomous vehicle yielded to the police vehicle and then pulled over to the nearest safe location."
Sure, that's what it was doing. I definitely believe you.
It wasn't triggering the runaway from the police protocol.
I don't know. It went kind of fast to be, delicately driving.
Electric cars, 0 to 60, you know.
Of course, they had to mention, hey, we didn't get issued anything.
Nothing guilty was found. No charges were filed.
Our fault.
Nothing happened.
The final thing about these cars is that I guess they've just been so bad that people have kind of started to just fuck with the autonomous cars by just doing random shit to them.
Now a group of activists are using traffic cones to prove that truly autonomous driving is not only not ready for prime time, but something too easy to tamper with. KTV's John Vakar spent the day with what some are calling a conehead move.
Use the traffic cone to just block the sensor, and it can't handle it. It's a problem not just with the cruise cars, but with all the self-driving cars right now. Put a little cone, the sensors on the top. Like it just won't move. And the funniest part is, if a human is in front of it, it'll stop and then keep going. Yeah, like that's the issue with a lot of these self-driving cars that have been coming out. Like it'll stop and just
keep going.
Like I did it, and then proceed on whatever.
I stopped for the pedestrian.
Yeah. Ow, ow. Well, it looks like the DMV hurt him because these cars removed from the streets in 2023.
Yeah, wiped clean.
To be fair, if I was in California and like these self-driving cars that are just bad drivers, like it's essentially a student driver on the road that has no instruction whatsoever.
Right, that's never been to actual driver's ed.
That's just testing things out and seeing what's right and what's wrong. It hasn't driven a car.
It's literally learning.
Yeah, exactly. So, if it slides into your lane and you get into a car accident, the company can just...
the guy in the back that's getting the taxi?
Yeah, exactly. Like
you shouldn't have ordered it.
Put a cone on that thing, man. Fuck that.
These get a 1 out of 10 Tesla iPads.
Yeah.
1 out of 5 Tesla.
1 out of 5 Tesla iPads. I'm very disappointed in GM.
Try better, General Motors.
All right, our final one on the list here is Zoox. Is the passenger only car, just like the Tesla, but it's kind of more individually designed for that purpose.
A pod.
Yeah, like everybody kind of, there's like 4 seats and everybody kind of sits and kind of can stare at each other. So
they sit pointing at each other?
Yeah, they're facing each other. So
it's so Blade Runner.
In case you get into a car accident, don't think about it.
Yeah.
To be fair, this design here is probably how I'd like to think about a self-driving car.
Really?
Yeah, like if we're in the middle part of the car, right? And there's like some outside protection around us, and all the sensors and stuff will also be the things that like are the crumple zones in the car.
Right.
It's like, okay, I can kind of feel a little bit better about that.
Everything around me is engineered to protect me, and I'm at the core of this.
Yeah, exactly. Like Zoox is set up where it's like, okay, if you're facing each other, car accidents a little more safer. Like this is meant to be a passenger only car.
Yeah, it's not just a regular car design that doesn't have a steering wheel. I see what you're saying.
The downside about this one is that it can only go up to 35 miles per hour, so purely meant for city use, I guess. And it is owned by Amazon.
That is a downside.
Yeah, big downside just because, if there's anyone we should fear more than our AI overlords, it's our corporate ones.
To Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, feeding more dollars into his pocket that he may not ever give back. He might just hold it in his hands forever.
Buy dishes and furniture.
Dang it, I need my dishes and furniture. Well, why don't we look at their webpage here?
Look at some stats on the Zoox.
You can tell that this is fucking over-designed as hell. Ooh, the future is here.
Oh my god.
Oh,
there it is.
Let's look at I guess these are the little sensors on the top.
Yeah, cameras or sensors or something.
Little escape latch. Smart. Yeah, that's not in the Tesla. Now that I think about it, hold up.
The escape latch.
Isn't that instead just a big, roof? Yeah, that's just a metal roof. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, solid. No glass.
Yeah, right. You save some money on the glass, I guess.
What do you do if the car flips over? You can't open the butterfly doors.
Yeah, I don't know. What if you're just in a tight parking spot? You can't open the butterfly doors. Even slightly.
Should have chose a better car.
It would have been better if they went straight up. I think that makes sense.
Murcielago.
Yeah, I mean, the wheels look. This just looks like a passenger car.
Toy.
Yeah. All the sensors and really trying not to get sideswiped.
Computing, blind spot monitors.
Oh god, now that I think about it, being sideswiped would probably be the most nightmarish thing in this vehicle.
Oh no, getting T-boned.
Yeah, T-bone facts. Getting T-bone will be the worst thing.
Just getting smashed right on the doors, the weakest spot. It looks like a little bitty bus.
Yeah, it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of being protected by a like a CVS entrance.
Yeah, exactly. getting protected by a Dollar Tree door.
Yeah.
Take my odds on that. Ooh, what a nice website.
Yeah, for real. 360-degree field of view. I can see everything around me.
I am paying attention. The Zooks always watches.
It sees everything all the time. I mean, like, this concept is pretty cool. Like, I like the idea of how this is built, just in general.
Me too, dude. It seems really like an interesting vehicle that's made for an interesting purpose. And I like the fact that it was designed to be a taxi, and that's it.
Yeah, right. Like,
you're not trying to sell it to people as a car.
Like the Elon trying to make it cool factor is again to the detriment of the vehicle.
Yep, just like this Cybertruck. What do you think the Zooks gets out of 5 Tesla iPads?
I would say it gets 4 out of 5 Tesla iPads.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe 4.5 if it actually comes out.
Yeah, the downsides being like the speed.
Yeah,
and the
35 is pretty shit.
It's pretty slow, and the fact that I might die in it if I get T-boned. But it's all glass, Come on, I'm a little. I'm good on that.
I'm fleshy. I don't cut me.
It'll hurt. But yeah, that's all we got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
What do you think about self-driving cars? Would you trust one? Are you worried about the safety of a car that you're not in control of?
Yeah, or do you prefer driving your own vehicles and like, are you just kind of a gearhead? Let us know in the comments below.
Watch more Goofcast, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Peace.